Lefty lunacy, what could be more lunatic than what Labor are doing to our economy? That is lefty lunacy right in front of your eyes. The raising of the minimum wage, the budget, which just poured the fuel on inflation figures. James, Labor are sending us broke, aren't they?
Well, look, this is essentially what we predicted, Rowan and Rita, on this show during the election campaign, and then for the last year, and now finally reality is absolutely starting to bite. So we've had the wage case come in this week, so a huge boost to people on awards and on the minimum wage. That is going to be inflationary. We have very high interest rates to confound inflation. Of course, that button seems to be quite stuck, and the RBA was quite late to the party on that. And you have the government increasing spending and pumping money into the economy, not just through its spending, but also through all of these off-budget items, like the Housing Australia Future Fund, the National Reconstruction Fund, and all of these multi-billion-dollar programs that the IMF went and warned, don't do these sorts of things. They're inflationary. Now, we're starting to see the price here, guys, for this. We're seeing the price of absolutely everything go up, particularly in groceries, energy,
exactly. And the loser,
all of these
of course,
areas.
Rita,
and the
loser is small business. So all these minimum
Small
price rises
business.
just sends small business to the wall. That's all it does.
Small business, aspirational people, working class people, middle class people, really only the top end of town is going to be enjoying any of this. And it's a vicious circle because, as you said, costs are going up. So you look at these wage increases and say, well, these people do need a boost because everything is costing more. But those wage increases are not only inflationary, that means it's going to lead to another interest rate increase. That is the hot tip, which means costs go up again.
And let's not forget, this government was elected to lower electricity prices. They promised, I think it was nearly 100 times, that they would lower electricity prices by $275. They are liars. They've done the complete opposite. They deserve to be booted out. We want to see a coalition government in the next election because this mob are sending us broke.
Can I just say one final thing on this? I'm glad you said, Rita, that the top end of town is going to do very well out of this. What this budget has done and what we are seeing happening now is a hollowing out of the Australian middle class. What is happening right now is a vast transfer of wealth from middle Australia and an attack, a conscious attack on the way that middle Australia makes money. And we see this through the attack on worker flexibility. We see this on the attacks on the gig economy. We see this on the attacks on small business and the preferencing of large businesses. This is a return to the pre-Hawke Keating model, and we will all be poorer for it.
And socialism. The worst thing is, it's not just the federal government. As we know, Labor holds government throughout the mainland. And at state level, that attack is coming in the way of property taxes. So again, Australians invest in property. It's a way to build wealth, build some sort of financial independence in retirement. And they're going after the mum and dad investors via land tax, via all sorts of conditions that make being a property investor just a silly...
And just wait till you, which we won't get, but imagine if you had the voice in there. The voice would then, as Noel Pearson was explaining this morning, bureaucrats in at every level doing deals and negotiating, which just means more red tape, more green tape, and now it'll be orange, black and yellow tape from the voice, which slows down business. That is what we were hearing about this morning. That is why this government has to be punted, and that is why the voice must be defeated, because that is the way to get these thieves out of Canberra and get a government back in that is determined to help small business, which is what this country is crying out for.